Hey, big man. What's up, YouTube? Blessings to everyone. Coming at you today with a special feature. And what did we harvest today? We already harvest Richie. He's here giving trouble. And with all the stuff that I have, I can keep him busy. You know, he already tossed away his water bottle. His toy right there. That's definitely not enough to distract him out here in the jungle. But anyway, today is a special little one. Look at him. Just falling over. Imagine, I couldn't bring him in this area during the growing season. Because he will just destroy everything. But, it's coming to the end of the season right now, so we're just kind of winding down. Well, anyway, this is the special edition of this video today. And as you see right here, it's a special little watermelon. And this is the only one that we get this season, honestly. And that's why this video is more of between a fun gardening video and a learning experience. Big man, be careful up there. Look at him. Go on. Oh yeah, this is a fun video and a learning experience. Because this watermelon, I start, the root of it was right here, at the base, right here at this. Actually, here it is. You see, I'm not making it up. So that's the root of the watermelon. It was very healthy, and nice during the peak of the summer. And in the hot part of the summer, I came and I watered it, and I was like, oh, I could maybe try to get it go up, like a chalice type style this season. A lot of time I put it on the ground, the critters and the animals eat it. Even snail and slugs, bite and start to bite on it while they just starting to farm before they're ready. So I decided to I decided to run a chalice thing going up this side. So I decided to channel it up along the side of this metal frame here. Yeah, that's a part of the learning experience right here. That it was actually a bad decision. So between that heat of the summer, when it come around here, I have it going. Silly me, it was hitting this wire. So if you see where I'm going, the heat of the summer fried this thing. So when I came back, the vine that was running here was start between yellow and green. It was healthy, but just I can tell, and the roots, the roots of watermelon is kind of, similar to like, cucumber and all those, all those type of running vegetable that climb and stuff. So, needless to say, the heat, especially in the peak of the summer, and there's a couple of days I didn't get to water. It definitely wasn't a good decision. Maybe if it was more bushy, more prone and more more full, it was definitely too fragile, just the one vine. Well, anyway, here is our one vine. Here's this watermelon. I feel like it's a special one. I'm really surprised that it survived all this time. I literally was gonna give up on it, just a few minutes I came out earlier and before this video. I was like, I'm gonna make a video today. And I didn't see it, so it was hiding from me. So Richie, don't go out too far, come back. Look at him. Where's the real trouble? And I had to get the license plate on the cars in the video, even though I feel like it doesn't really matter anyway. But people are always for security and privacy. This car at the front is not mine, so it's not mine to say I don't care. So I was trying to keep that. But this boy is just everywhere. Look at him. I have to watch him every time I have him outside to just know that he's not getting into trouble or hurting himself, because they don't know the sense of direction and danger. But anyway, this special prize here, I came today to give you guys a part of the experience before I just take it going inside. You know, this fun part of just home growing, grow your organic food. You know, you live and you learn. And you know, this is not some professional platform, you know, in the sense that we do know how to grow food professionally, in a sense that, you know, we can create whatever another person can in, if we give him the chance, you know, and the facility and the and you know, the tool to use. You know, I've seen so much and I've grown so much food, you know. This year is the least of what I have grown, you know, and what I've made it on video, you know. So I've grown tons of watermelon, dozens of watermelon, and you know, it's one of those crop that you know, you might not be successful, you know. It's one of them, you know, with the zone and the amount of time you have to grow for the year, you know. So I've grown watermelon there, and they have come, you know, to so much, you know. I'm seeing dozens on the vine, even though some people would say that you could take some off, leave the best one, and that's kind of how you get better production and good quality in your watermelon, not having so much growing on the vine. But anyway, I have them growing the vine healthy, and at the end of the season, it's just too late, and they just, frost came and it was just too late, and all that go to waste. But anyway, today this special one, as it's still on the vine, kind of dried up, you know, we're gonna harvest it. We're gonna go cut it and see what is in it. You know, if I could get some seed from it, that could be the best thing, you know. But this guy again is everywhere. I'm using this all burnt out metal thing that I used to burn plant material, you know. It's all organic, so I used to burn and would take ash from it to go to my garden. So it's more like burning stuff from the yard. I never really burn, obviously we don't burn plastic or that type of garbage, but I don't burn like that type of waste material, more like organic matter, extra stick and twig from the yard. But yeah, we're gonna go and cut this thing. You know, we still have some stuff growing, nice sweet pepper here on the vine. You know, that's the sadness of the season like this, you know. Look at that, that's all blossom, new bloom, new growth coming on these vine. And obviously, you know, it's weeks away from we start getting colder weather coming. It's already cold, and I already seen 50s and 40, especially in the morning. This morning I wake up, there was frost on the roof, you know. This whole roof was frosty and just that look icicle. So it's the season, it's starting up, starting to get cold. And you know, we have bunch of basil here still to reap. And I want to get these callaloo. You know, I put them here, and I actually really didn't reap a lot of callaloo from this era. But you know, all that the other day I rubbed them and I realized that the seed, they're still not developed enough where, as you see, you're not seeing any dark grainy, you know, which is the seed develop. I don't want that to happen in this era. This is a new garden bed, and those callaloo are very invasive, and I don't want them to take over this era. It's a new era, and I will introduce callaloo my own time. And you know, I see what they did with the house, the side of the house. You know, if you remember in previous video, this kid liked those cups, you know, they were used for planting, you know, so starter planter, you know. And look at him and them, you know, like, it's great that he came back here to find distraction in this era. You know, it's hard to contain him, so it's a wonderful thing that he get distracted by this. Hey, no, Richie, right? What do you have to say to the people? Yeah? Yeah, you've been distracting. I like that. Once you're not hurting yourself, you're not creating danger. You know, people would say these cups here are garbage, or definitely not littering. I'm gonna use those next season to start my plants. But anyway, let's get to action. Yeah, we still have tomato. Nice handful of tomato. We have tons of you know, not tons, but you know, good handful of cherry tomato still here. I have this bottle here we soon harvest after we finish. But yeah, we have some tomatoes still on the vine. Like I said, it's coming to the end of the season, so I'm gonna set this up here and demonstrate our cutting of our watermelon and see what come of it. So I'm gonna put the tripod in this thing. There you go. Careful in a rich man. I get into any trouble out there. Here we're gonna demonstrate our watermelon here. So only watermelon on her vine. You know, so it's a special one. Look at it. I have a sense that something is inside, and whatever is inside is gonna be nice enough for me. That you know, it's a beautiful thing. I grow it. I know where it came from. It's organic. You know, more you know, more you learn, more you grow for free. You know, and many things that I have grown here in this yard are from seeds, whether from plants that I buy from the store or just plants that I've been growing for years. You know, so the more you know, the more you'll grow for free. And this I think I got this from my friend Josh. Bless up Josh if you ever see this video. He gave me these, and you know, like I said, by the time I planted, I messed it up my own self. So it's a whole learning experience, as I tell you, with the heat and the metal. So careful there, Richie. Don't be too clumsy. Just into everything right now. Be careful, man. Here. Here's the pipe. No, there's no water in it. I know I can distract you with it. Be careful, man. Sure. So yeah, we're gonna demonstrate cutting it. Make sure this video is still running. Yeah, we're still live. So yeah, we're gonna cut our special one watermelon here. You know, show you it again in full condition before we cut it. You know. The bottom is a little soft, so you know if you go to the store and buy watermelon, you definitely don't want to choose one like this. You know, here, hard, not the hardest. So, you know, hard watermelon that when you knock it, you can hear that solid poof poof. You know, and it's not your finger is not trying to sink into it. You know, that's the one you want to choose at the store. That solid watermelon, you can just feel the solidness in it. It's not feeling like light or just lack of juice. You know, and where you get that that spongy and that watermelon lack of juice and you know not sweet and that stuff. But this obviously didn't reach its full potential, so I'm not expecting this to be what I'm expressing or what I'm explaining about you wanna choose at the store. So I still feel there's something of it. So here we go. And for the love of it and the sport, I'm using this machete to cut it. This is what we're gonna use to cut into it. So like I said, this video is more of a fun, you know, capping up the ending of growing season. So we're gonna use this machete to cut this watermelon. And don't judge, it's a clean machete. I wash it with soap, you know, and sponge. And it's a brand new machete, you know, one of those nice machete, as you see, wooden handle. So special machete, very strong. Martindale, made out of England. And you know, if you need machete, a good choice of machete. These you find, and you find them in Jamaica a lot. As you know, Jamaica are hard-working people on the land and the soil, so these were brought from Jamaica. And this is what we're gonna use to cut in our watermelon today. So hopefully you can see me, otherwise I will bring it closer. This machete needs to be sharpened anyway, so it's just for the fun of it and the skit. You know, let's see. Oh wow, okay. And to say this machete, I'm gonna have some video that I'm gonna feature. You know, how to sharpen machete safely. I have a ton of these machete, and I'm looking forward to share those with you as well. I did try that one time, but it wasn't the best, so I'm gonna get more hands-on, more details. And no kidding me, this watermelon is special. Look at this. I don't know if you've seen this. This is crazy. Look at this thing. I have seeds and everything to replant back next season. So you see that, people? You can't do thing, you know what I mean? Never judge the book by the cover. It's a healthy watermelon. You know what I mean? If you can see, I don't know with the video the best of it there. This is still a learning process as far as putting this in the tripod. But look at this. Man, you can't go wrong. There's dozens of seeds I'm looking at in here, and I'm just gonna regrow. You know, look at that. Obviously, on a regular day I would eat all this seed. Watermelon seed is very healthy, especially for male. You know, so man, you cannot make this story up. Look at this. And if you see something like this at the store, you know what I mean, I'm sure you see small watermelon like this, but this is all organic. You know, and man, this is wild. People, I'm not making this up. I bought a watermelon like few months ago. It was with seed. You very find that rarely at the store. I was really surprised. It was like 7 something and it was on sale for 5. I almost paid $6 for it. I thought it was a great deal for a big watermelon. Full of seed. You know, look at this. Honestly, will say that that watermelon wasn't as sweet as this tiny thing here. You know what I mean? Look at that. I'm eating the seeds that's in this section. Because obviously, like I said, this whole part here I can get some seed to regrow. This is crazy. You know, this is a blessing, man. You can't make this thing up. You cannot make this thing up. Let me bring you guys in closer to see this. You cannot make this thing up. This is crazy. Look at that. Let me turn my back to the sun. Get a better quality. But look at that. This is pure organic watermelon. You have Richie over there giving trouble. I have to keep checking on him. Look at him. Messing with that chain. And you see his sense of judgment. I have to be aware he getting up, hit him head on that metal, you know. Not that he have done it, but I have to be aware of that. You know, and he's getting better of his environment and, you know, his judgment. But it's a learning process, and that's why I'm here all the step of the way for him. And, you know, he's a part of this, because he's not going to be no little soft little kid. He's a boy. He's going to be the toughest of the toughest. And, you know, he chose a good father and a strong one to be out here with him and stuff. You know, the world is rough, the world is messy right now, but, you know, it's all love. And love to everybody. But, man, you can't make this thing up. And like I said, this whole section I'm gonna get all this seed. See, I already have some here going. The more you know, the more you grow for free. You know what I mean? Just practice. You know, you don't need to be a special scientist or a special farmer, special gardener. Practice become perfect. See, I use my machete to cut into this. And like I said, this machete, brand new, it's clean. You know, and I give it a nice wash. But yeah, I'm gonna share some video on these machete and sharpen some more of it and teach you guys the safe way to use machete. You know, this is my favorite tool in the garden. And as you see, I'm joking around here cutting my watermelon with it. This is not far-fetched in the sense that it's a clean, it's a knife, you know what I mean? It's a sword. It's a clean tool. You know, it was washed and everything. Here my Roma tomatoes, and as you see, this thing have a whole new growth going on down here. You know, I might get them before they finally freeze. You know, people fry green tomato and that. You know, I never really do much of that. You know, I have rip and eat some tomato fresh, you know, from the vine. Like I could just pick this one right here, wash it off and eat it. Bring it inside, put it in some salad, you know. But it's a special thing, you know, it's a blessing. This thing, like I said in previous video, was just from seed fall from last year grow, and it came up and I just nurture it. Strong vine, look at it still in the ground, you know, still fruiting, still bearing. Still would have gone continue if the season was there. It's a nice Roma tomato. Might get some seed from the one that I've taken inside. You know, something like this can bring in and totally ripen, you know. You can tell that it's fit enough. You see the development and growth in it and the change in, but it will ripe. And if it's too bland tomato, it won't ripe. Like something like this might get hard to ripe, especially if the cold hit it too much, you know, because I feel like it's not reached that development, that growth. You know, switch strad is a special vegetable. I'm actually looking to plant some switch strad soon here. You know, probably today actually. I'm off today. You know, it's a plant that you can grow into the winter and it will survive cold. It's very hardy, sturdy plant, and this season I didn't get to grow as much. You know, it's not really a summer favorite. You know, it's rather cooler weather. Like for example, let me show you something here. You know, the snail destroyed these. I had a couple of cabbage head, and the snail destroyed them. These was just, you know, nothing, just twig in you know, a month ago or so, and now it's catching up. Look at it. The cold weather coming in is trying to do its own thing, creating a little cabbage thing going on in there, you know. And not to say that it's too late, because cabbage does go into the cold, but that's what I'm saying. These type of plant will start to strive in this colder weather, and they love the colder weather. Same thing with these losing my thought here. Same thing with these zucchini. Blooming, doing good. Seem like they were gonna start to shoot new growth now, and it's just too late, you know. So anyway, we're not gonna continue too much with this video. Still have, like I said, not a green pepper going. I have this one still giving me this trouble. But yeah, we wanna cut this one here, and I just wanna share this moment with you guys, and I'm really glad that I actually get this on camera, because you know, all these learning experiences show you that we can't limit ourselves. You know, trial and error. And look at this. I can literally start a whole farm with this thing right now. You know, can grow, regrow, and you know, next year I have watermelon to start inside the house. 2 months, you know, maybe like say in February, March, you know, get them going. By the time, you know, May, early May, middle of May, put them inside the soil, you know, a great start, you know what I mean. It's a blessing, can't go wrong, you know. Like and share, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna go catch this go on here before we get into trouble. Come here, Richie. Yep, that coconut that I isn't it weird? Coconut is a island thing, and this coconut I bought, look at him. Totally take down my tripod and like almost fell and hit him. But that's what I'm saying, I really have to watch out for this boy here. Come on, man. It's alright. It's alright. You're alright. 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 You're fine. And you're still not gonna fight me to go down. Look at him, YouTube. Check this boy out. You know. So he got a little bit frightened. But the whole thing is that he pissed off that I take the tripod thing away from him. Be careful, man. Be careful. Sometimes you get a bit too clumsy, and you know, I wanna just make people know that this is life, and you know, you never gotten hurt in the sense like you have gotten scratch and little bruises here. I'm just not listening and, you know, falling. And you know, even him scratch himself if you don't get his fingernail cut in due time. But you know, it's a part of the learning process. He's a strong boy. He's definitely full of energy. He's having a nice hair day today too. His hair is pretty wild, you know. It's hard to contain. It's pretty long, but as you see, all that All that curl, you know. Come in, man. Let's say bye to the people. Then.
No.
Okay, here. Here. Sit like the king you are. Say bye-bye to the people. Sit like the little prince you are. Say bye-bye.
No.
I mean no. That's an next favorite thing of him right now, YouTube, to say no. Say hello. Hey, you're not gonna wave to the people. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Say wave bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. Man, I hope I get this because that's a special moment right there. Yeah. Yeah. Say bye-bye. Alright. Bye-bye. Alright, YouTube. One love. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the thing. If you're seeing this, it's a blessing. It's not something that I would be normally doing and think that I would be doing, but you know, it's all love. All a part of the growth and development. And if you see this, subscribe, like and share. Yardman Garden and Arts TV. Peace and love to the people of the world. Here it is. That's peace sign right there. Blessing to the people. Love everybody. I mean, Daddy and Richie. Richie and Daddy. Father and son, son and father. They're out there in the garden. Blessing ourselves. And man, you know, before I go and I literally have to take another bite of my watermelon here.